Hello friends, welcome to Quality Education Asia's YouTube channel. Today I'm going to be talking about one of those skills which are very critical to effective learning, but it's often neglected in our planning. I'm going to talk about developing metacognitive skills in students. This is the first video of the series on metacognition. In this video, we will explore the meaning of metacognition, the processes involved in metacognition. So let's get started. Have a look at this picture. What's happening over here? A man is trying to light a bulb inside the brain. A machine is being fixed probably to understand what's going on inside the brain. Here we can see that the mind is thinking about itself. And here this man is trying to make a meaning of all the different kind of learning which has taken place. So if we put all of these pictures together, we will get some idea about metacognition. Metacognition, it is about thinking. It's purposefully thinking about one's own thinking strategies, where people are able to learn how to think and think how to learn. This may seem to be a little confusing at this juncture, but we will try to explore this concept layer by layer. Let's understand what are the processes in metacognition. The first process is metacognitive knowledge, to have metacognitive knowledge. And the second one is to understand how to do metacognitive regulation. And both of these processes are cyclical in nature. They feed each other. Let's explore metacognitive knowledge a little more in detail. It consists of three important parts. First part is to have awareness of the factors that influence one's learning, which means that how do I learn the best? I should be aware of what is my own unique style of learning. As you know that some people are visual learners, some of them learn through auditory means, some of them learn by doing, some of them learn by reading and writing. So we should be aware of how do we learn. And then the next step is to understand or is to have a collection of learning strategies with us. Maybe I want to learn something by just drawing a concept map or trying to figure out some key points from a given text, or probably just by teaching it to someone else. So likewise, we should have a bank of such strategies with us, which can be chosen for a particular situation. And the third step is to choose an appropriate strategy for a specific learning situation, which means we need to know that for learning a particular thing, which strategy will suit the best. So to be aware about how do we learn, to have a bank of strategies with us, and then to choose an appropriate strategy, all of these three things form a part of metacognitive knowledge. Now let's understand metacognitive regulation. Again, in this, we find that there are three important parts. First part being setting goals and planning, which means that any new task which we have to undertake, we have to set our goal and we have to design stepwise process of how we will go about it. It could be something like learning the skill of note making, or probably to understand the structure of heart, or just to learn how to manage anger. It could be any new task which we have to undertake. We need to be first setting our goals and then planning. That's the first step to it. The second step is to monitor and control our learning, which means that from time to time, we need to keep on asking ourselves question whether am I managing my time really well? Or have I included variety in my work? Or am I proceeding in the right direction? All of these questions will help us monitor and control our learning. Lastly, it's evaluating our own regulation, which means that how is it that we are progressing? We need to keep on seeing whether it's happening as per our planning or there are some problems. Is it actually according to the quality which we had set, or it is not. And if there are some problems, this includes debugging strategies so that if there are some problems, we should be able to know how to go about and solve these problems, whom to approach so that this problem can be resolved. All of this comes as a part of evaluating our own regulation. So setting goals and planning, monitoring and controlling, and evaluating our entire process, all of this becomes a part of metacognitive regulation. Now let's see what are the various phases of metacognition. And here there are three important phases, as we can see: planning, monitoring, and evaluating. And you can see here that reflection sits at the center of all the three processes, which means that essentially when we are planning or we are monitoring or we are evaluating, in all the three cases, we are reflecting. We are reflecting either on a situation or on a learning process or on an outcome. So reflection is central to metacognition. I'm going to stop over here at this juncture, and I would suggest you to assimilate this knowledge first. In our next video, we will try to understand the 4 levels of metacognitive learners, and we will also try to identify our own approach to learning. This will be through the self-assessment inventory created by Center for Research on Learning and Instruction, University of Edinburgh. See you in the part 2 of this series on metacognition.
Till then, see you and take good care of yourself. Thank you.